We have been discussing switching, correct?
Yes.
So, spanning tree protocol, what have we covered? STP, right? We have seen STP, spanning tree protocol,
Yes.
IEEE 802.1d. This is slow and this is old and this is CST, common spanning tree, right? That means no load balancing, correct? That means only one switch for root bridge for all VLANs, right? Correct? And then we saw RSTP, Rapid Spanning Tree Protocol, IEEE 802.1w. Now this is fast, but again, common spanning tree. That means you'll have one switch as the root bridge, but it will be the root bridge for all VLANs, right? VLAN 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever, right? Something like this. Then we saw PVST, per VLAN spanning tree, right? Per VLAN spanning tree. So spanning tree is always per VLAN. PVST, per VLAN spanning tree. Okay. Now this means load balancing, correct? We have seen this. I think in theory we saw, not practical, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
of course, this is slow, right? And then so Cisco took this and made it rapid PVST, right? So now this has become fast and also supports load balancing, right? So you can call it rapid PVST or per VLAN rapid spanning tree. It's one and the same thing, right? And then finally, multiple spanning tree. Okay. So this we have seen, this is old and rest are all enhancements of STP, right? So these like this. Okay. So how do you configure this? You go on the global mode and just say, if you go on the privilege mode and say show spanning tree, or from the global mode do show spanning tree, ASP_N will work, right? Or the whole command is spanning tree, show spanning tree. If you want, you can for this much is okay, or maybe you can type for maybe VLAN 1 or 5 or 10 or 15 or 50 or 100 or 1000, whatever. Right. So I normally type show spanning tree. So the default is PVST, right? Default is PVST, per VLAN spanning tree protocol. You can change it to this one in the real life or this one in the real life. But in our simulation, MST is not supported. How do you change the configurations? Go to the global mode and type spanning SPANN tab tree, right? Mode. Let's check this, right? Question mark. So one choice you'll get is PVST, right? One choice you'll get is rapid PVST, and the third choice you'll get is MST. Default is this one. You want to change it to rapid PVST, you can type here R tab or rapid R tab, right? Rapid dash PVST. Or if you want to type here MST, just type here M and tab or MST, right? So you'll be changing the mode from PVST, which is the default, to rapid PVST or MST, right? So let's have this in practical. Have a look, right, on our switches. I hope I have started recording. Yeah. Sometimes I forget, then it's a big problem. Okay, so now let's go on our software. So should I pick up an existing topology, STP? Okay, I think we have something. So, okay, good, very nice, very nice. Right, so now we have three switches here. Okay, so let's check. Look, all are in the amber mode, right? Enable show spanning tree. So, okay, listening mode, we missed it 15 seconds, right? It's in learning mode. And then again, learning mode. So 15 seconds, right? Let's wait. Learning mode. Now, okay. I think Forwarding mode. Okay. Whatever it is. So look, let's have a look at this guy. Show spanning tree. So this is the root bridges details. Whoever is the root bridge, I don't know. That guy's priority and that guy's MAC address. Okay. Okay. So I think I have reduced the priority. Let me, do you want me to take new topology? I think I'll take a new topology, right? Instead of, so what we'll do is, no, we'll take 3 switches. 1, 2, 3. Let us take some cables. I'm going to press control. Sorry. I'm going to press control and then on the cable. So I don't have to go back again and again. From here only I can connect, keep connecting the devices. Good. Now I don't know who is what. So let's go and check this guy. Show spanning tree. Enable, configure terminal. Host name, I'll type here left, right? Left, right, and bottom, right? We'll keep it like this. Host name left. Do show spanning tree. ing, SPA double N is okay. I should not type this, but it's okay. Now this is whoever is the root bridge, his priority for VLAN 1. So 30,768 plus 1 is 769. And that guy is MAC address. And this is my priority. And this is my MAC address, right? Look, my priority and the root bridge's priority is same. Check my MAC address and root bridge's MAC address. Are they same? No, they are not same, which means I am not the root bridge, right? Now this is my MAC address, correct? Let me copy this. Copy. And my first port seems to be in the forwarding mode, and second port seems to be the root bridge. Root bridge means I'm definitely not the root, root bridge. This is the root port, sorry, right? Second port is the root port. So I'm definitely not the root bridge. But this is my MAC address. I've copied it. Let me paste it here. Okay. This is my MAC address. 000D blah blah blah. Let's check this guy's MAC address. Tell me who is not the root bridge of the 3. Only one will be a root bridge, but which one is not surely a root bridge? Yeah, who can tell me? Aditya and Dipti. One of the switch is not a root bridge. Who can tell me surely which is
Sir,
not a root bridge?
sir, let me guess. Sir, the one which is not highlighted.
In the sense, now left one, right one, or bottom one?
Which one?
Switch one. That's the right one on the top.
Yeah.
This is not a root bridge.
Yes, sir.
The root bridge has to be only one. I don't know which one. But you are telling me that this top right is not a root bridge, correct?
Yes.
Sir, I think switch 2 is not the root bridge.
Correct. So the bottom one is not the root bridge. Aditya,
Okay, sir. Okay.
not the root bridge. Because on the root bridge, all the
Okay,
ports
okay.
are the
Sorry.
forwarding mode, correct?
I thought root bridge.
You
Sorry,
took it
sorry.
the other way around.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. So we don't know which is the root bridge, this one or that one, right? But one thing is sure, who is not the root bridge? This one. Aditya, I hope you have no problem with this, right?
Yeah, yeah, sir.
So
Understood.
so in the exam also, if at all you give the CCNA exam, it happens like this only, right? We have to read the questions very, I mean, you get the point. Attention to details. You have to read the question properly. Once, twice, right? Otherwise, we end up giving wrong answers, right? Anyway, so this one is definitely not the root bridge. Now, who's the root bridge? I don't know. Whether top left one or top right one. So we'll keep it left, right, and bottom, okay? So I'll just name this. Even if we don't name it, it's okay for our understanding discussion, right? Left, right, and bottom. So you have the three switches: enable, configure terminal, host name, right, and do show SPANN spanning tree. Now, this is the root bridges priority, and this is the root bridges MAC address, and this is my priority, and this is my MAC address. Check. Is my priority and the root bridge priority same? Okay, draw. Is my MAC address and the root bridges MAC address same? Is it same? Yes or no? Same.
Same.
Therefore, I am the root bridge. Got it? It's mentioned here, right? Therefore, all my ports are in the forwarding mode and they are known as designated ports. Understand? So I'll copy my MAC address and paste it near
So, sir, the
right
first one
switch.
is the root bridge, right? The
Yeah.
296, this one, the
Correct.
left side. Uh,
Wait a sec. This is my MAC address, right?
uh,
So you're telling me this is the root bridge, correct?
Sir, I was, but I suppose the
Hmm.
first one in the triangle from the left, I suppose,
Top left.
top left.
So we can't assume till we don't know the priority and MAC address, right? Okay. So this one is the root bridge now, right? And check this guy. Enable, configure terminal, host name, bottom switch, do show SPANN spanning tree. Now this is the root bridges priority. This is my priority. This is my MAC address. This is root bridges MAC address. So definitely MAC addresses are not same. So I'm not the root bridge, right? This
Understood.
is this is my MAC address, and the root bridges MAC address has to be lower than me. So see, either his priority has to be lower than me, or his MAC
Address.
address,
Uh,
right? So obviously my MAC address is higher. Copy. So therefore, my first port is in the blocking mode. It's known as alternate mode, right? Alternate port. And second port is in the forwarding mode. That's known as the root bridge. So I can read the root bridge from my second port in 19 cost. Is it clear? Root port is a port which takes you to the root bridge in the shortest cost path. The second port is the root port.
Sir,
Okay.
so my first answer was right, I guess. This one, the the right side one.
You had said this was the root bridge.
Uh, so
No, no,
that
no,
was
no. You had said,
the
yeah.
yeah. This
Okay,
was
you had said, yeah, that's right. So
yeah.
maybe, yeah. Your answer is a fluke, right?
Yeah, fluke, sir. Right.
It is a pure fluke,
Fluke.
right? Because even I didn't know which one is. I mean, nobody in the world will know, right? Unless until you give the command. But तूने तो छक्का मार दिया पहली ball पे, right? You got a full toss and you hit a six, right? But that's okay. But your answer is correct, but without any logic, right?
Yes,
So now
understood.
we are good. Congratulations. I'm happy that you gave the right answer. But uh, but yes, this is the way we go and discover. Okay. So now, what's my MAC address? This guy down below. Let me click on the notepad. This is my MAC address. Okay, all three are different. Now check because we haven't played or fiddled or changed the priority. So we presume that priority is same for all. Now look at the MAC address. Who is lowest? 000D, 0001. Right, so D is higher, 1 is lower, and this is what 0090. So obviously this guy is the lowest MAC address, correct? So he is the root bridge. ठीक है ना? Understanding this much, everybody, right? Correct?
Yes.
So now if this is the root bridge, for this left switch, which will be the root port, he will send a cost of 0, and because they are all fast Ethernet, so cost will be 19, right? For this guy. And if he goes like this, so he also sends a cost of 0, he will also reach in 19. This switch is going to tell this guy, hello, I reached the root bridge in 19 cost, right? So if you want to go through me to the root bridge, obviously he will say, okay, you reach in 19. Between you and me, there's one more faster thread. So another 19. So 19 plus 19 like this. And only 19 like this. So which is going to be my root port? This one, obviously. Right? Top one. Correct? For this switch, this will be the root port. Is it okay? Likewise, for this switch, this should be the root port. Direct 19 rather than 19 and 19. Is it okay? Yes or no? ठीक है? Root bridge. So these two are non-root bridges. So root port. Then obviously between the two switch, one of them has to be a DP, right? So because this port is already a root port, there's no choice. This will have to be it will be a DP, correct? And likewise, this is the root port. So this one has to be a DP again. Okay. So root port, DP, root port, DP. Between these two, who's going to be the DP? So you reach in 19 cost. I also reach in 19 cost. What's your priority? What's my priority? Same, same. What's your MAC address? What's my MAC address? Who's lower? 000D, 000 and 9. So you are lower. So this one becomes the DP, right? And finally, this one is blocked. You can see now that amber also. ठीक है? Is it matching our theory? Yes or no? So look here. This is the root bridge. So first and second port, both are in the forwarding mode. They are known as designate port. Correct? And I am the root bridge because my MAC is the lowest. Correct? So both ports are in the forwarding mode known as DP. Very good. Now look at this guy. Second port seems to be the root port and first port should be the DP. Correct? Check. First port is DP. Should be the DP. Yeah. Designate port. And second port is the root port. Okay. So I reached the root bridge from second port in cost 19. Right? So I reached the root bridge from second port in cost 19. So I reached the root bridge from second port, which is a root port in cost 19. Done. And here, first port should be the second port is the root port and first port should be blocked. Check. Second port should be the root port and first port is blocked. It's known as alternate port. In STP, it was known as non-designated port. Now, what is this? It says do show spanning tree. Spanning tree enabled protocol is IEEE. What is this IEEE, man? I don't understand this, right? I didn't understand IEEE, right? Look at this. Configure terminal, spanning tree mode. We have three choice. PVST, rapid PVST and MST. MST is not shown here because there is software. On the real switch, you'll find that in your company, MST also, multiple spanning tree. Default is this one. You can change it to rapid PVST or MST in the real life. Right here only to rapid PVST. But we know that in theory that default is this. So IEEE stands for what? PVST. Right? Now check. Show spanning tree summary. Okay. Look, show spanning tree summary. So switch in the PVST mode. See that? So IEEE stands for PVST. Understood? Indirectly. Okay. IEEE means PVST. Let's change the mode of the switch. Let's go to the global mode and say spanning tree mode. Rapid PVST R tab. Now do show spanning tree. What do you see here? Show spanning tree. Spanning tree enabled protocol is RSTP. See that? If you type there MST, multiple spanning tree, you will see here MST in the real switch. Understood? Yes? Aditya and Dipti?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Let me just sip a bit of water. Okay. So, so our fundas are working okay, right? Root bridge, both non-root bridges, and hence root port and DP and DP and DP and blocking mode, alternate port, right? Blocking means it's actually technically known as alternate. Of course, it's in the blocking mode, right? So from this port, it cannot learn any MAC addresses. Of course, BPDUs they keep on exchanging between the two. Right now, this is PVST. You can change it to rapid PVST, right? Let's go and change it to rapid PVST, all of them, right? Spanning tree mode, rapid PVST. Done. Left one done. And right one. Enable, configure terminal, spanning tree mode, R tab, rapid PVST. Right
Uh,
also done.
Sir,
Yeah.
I had a small question. I'm not sure whether this might sound silly,
No,
but
no problem.
IEEE is supposed to be Ethernet and wireless network standards, no, sir?
IEEE are all open standards, right? So they have thousands of standards, right?
So, sir, because when actually I was working on my thesis during my
Mm.
data science, there was
Mm.
this particular site known as IEEE.org,
Mm-hmm.
which used to publish,
Correct.
I mean, research papers and all that.
Mm-hmm. So,
So,
right, you're right. What's your declaration or question? IEEE stands for
networking and Ethernet wireless networking standards,
so wired and wireless both, right?
wired and wireless both.
Both,
Yes.
right? So, okay. So where are we? Now we have changed it to rapid RSTP, right? That's okay. We may not have changed it, right? Not a big issue. Just that now it will converge even faster. Okay, so normally I don't change this from PVST to rapid PVST, right? But I just showed you how to change it, and you may change it if you want. Obviously, PVST will be slow, rapid PVST will be fast to converge, right? Okay, now this is the root bridge. I want to make this one as the root bridge. Is that okay? Bottom one. Now we are just fiddling here, right? Just for the sake of demo. What can I do? I can go here. See, now this I am not the root bridge, right? Otherwise you see here. And one of my ports is also blocked. So what can I do? Spanning tree for VLAN 1. Right now we have only VLAN 1, right? All ports in VLAN 1. Spanning tree VLAN 1. Look at this. Root. We have only two choices, priority and root. So we'll first play with the root command. Root. Now we have two choices, primary and secondary. Got it? So I'll make it primary. Okay. So what is the priority? 30,768 plus for VLAN 1 is 37,769. Let me make it primary. Now check. Up arrow, up arrow, up arrow. Do show spanning tree. Now my priority has fallen down from 32,576 plus 1. 32,000, sorry. 30,000, sorry, what is it? 30,768 plus 1, 769, whatever. So I'll just say from 30,769 to 24,576, something like this, plus 1, 77. So 24,576 plus 1. Okay, got it. So now my priority has fallen down to for VLAN 1, this one. So for VLAN 1, this one should be the root bridge. Got it? This is the root bridge. For which VLAN? VLAN 1. Understood? Huh? 24,577. This is my priority now. Copy. I'm at the bottom switch, right? So now, right now my priority is this much. Okay. So for VLAN 1, this is the root bridge. So for VLAN 1, this should be the root port. For VLAN 1, this should be the root port. And now this is blocked. See? See that? Earlier this port was alternate port, but now this port has become alternate port. See orange. Okay. ठीक है? Check. First port is second port is blocked. First port should be the root port. Correct? Because this is a root bridge for VLAN 1. So first port is here. It should be the root port. And second is there. It should be blocked. Right? Which was penalty. See? First port is the root port. Second is blocked. This is no more a DP. Now this is a root port. And this is blocked. Right? Alternate. Correct? Okay. What did we say? Spanning tree VLAN 1, root primary. Okay. We said we gave this command, spanning tree VLAN 1, root primary. So another switch I can go and say spanning tree VLAN 1, root secondary. So if I say that, that guy's priority will become this plus 4096 because priority only increments with a range of 4096. Got it? Look at this. Spanning tree for whatever VLAN priority. And look, it increments with only 4096, right? Priority. And the range is from 0 to blah, blah, blah. 61,440. Okay. So if I give a priority of 2000, which is not a multiple of 4096, it won't take. Right? I gave this command. It didn't take. It says priority must be in increments of 4096. So these are the values, right? You can select anyone. So I gave randomly 2000. So check which one is nearer 2000, right? Which one is nearer 2000. So it can be 0 or 4096, right? Just to give you a demo. So priority only increments or decrements with the gap of 4096 only. Okay. Now, if I make somebody else, this is the root bridge now, right? So I think I should delete this. And now I can type root bridge here, down below. Right? This was VLAN 1 now. Earlier the top right was 1. Okay, I want to make that guy as a secondary. So let's check again the command. Well, do show spanning tree. First port is the root port, second is the designated port. First port is the root port, second is the designated port. Okay. Anyway, this is a root port. This is a root bridge for VLAN 1. So now, this is my priority, and this is the root bridge's priority. See that? This is my MAC address. This is the root bridge's MAC address. What's my priority? Okay, now let's make it secondary. So spanning tree for VLAN 1, root secondary. Okay, check. Do show spanning tree. Now my priority has become root bridge priority is 24,577, blah blah, plus 4,096. So it is now 24,000, 28,000. Got it? Yeah, and 96. Understood? So if the root bridge dies, bottom one, I'll be forwarding all traffic for VLAN 1. I'll be the right. So this is primary for VLAN 1. This is secondary for VLAN 1. Understood? Yes, Aditya and Dipti. Understanding? But this is the access layer. Distribution layer, they are going towards the internet. Normally, we'll never make this one. We'll make one of them, the distribution layer one. This one primary, this one secondary, something like this. Never this. So, but I'm just giving a demo irrespective of the location, right? Understood? Okay, now I want to make this one as the root bridge for VLAN 1.
Sir,
Yeah.
just two are there. Where's
What?
Megha? I don't
Uh,
see me.
yeah, I don't see. I think she must be having some internet issue, right? No
Uh,
problem. She'll join back. So what's happening now? I want to make this one as the root bridge. Okay, fine.
okay, okay.
This is the primary, this is secondary, huh? 24,000
Yes,
something, 28,000. So I want to make now this one as the root bridge, right? So what we'll do is, we'll go here and say spanning tree, VLAN 1. Now we'll say directly priority. Got it? So I will make it 0, lowest
okay.
priority, right? Do show spanning tree. Now look what's going to happen. I am the root bridge, right? This is my priority. This is the root bridge's priority. This is my MAC address. This is root bridge's MAC address. I am the root bridge. Got it? So both my ports are in the forwarding mode. Now who's the root bridge? I am. So I'm moving this here. आ रहा है समझ में? So this is how you should we can play with this commands and spanning tree. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So we are done with STP, and I showed you how to change the command, right? How to give the commands for root bridge, primary and secondary, right? Both the things. Okay. So where are we? Yours is 8 p.m. batch. This is the right one. Right. So where are we? Switching, right? So we have done all these things. Trunking all clear. Show MAC addressable, show VLANs clear.
Yes.
STP, PVST, MST,
And
understanding?
yeah,
This is the
spanning it.
default. This you don't have the choice only in the command, right? This is all legacy. And MST also you don't have a choice. So we only have Rapid-PVST and PVST. Understood the basic operations of Rapid-PVST, STP, everything. Understood root port, root bridge, primary and secondary, and other port names like alternate port, which is the blocking mode, right? Seen the port sets, forwarding and blocking.
Bro.
Listening
Yes.
and learning can be temporary, right? End of the day, when convergence happens, a port either comes in the forwarding mode or it goes in the blocking mode. Listening, learning, they're all intermittent, right? Transitory. Okay.
Okay, sir.
PortFast we have done. Spanning tree, PortFast, right? याद है?
सर थोडंसं रिवाइज करायला लागेल. मी त्या वीक मध्ये
See
करीन तेव्हा.
PortFast. I'll tell you what PortFast is. So, yes, not remembering, you tell me like that, right? No, I forgot.
फॉरवर्ड.
So look, this will remain amber for 30 seconds, right? Listening mode and
अँड
learning mode
लर्निंग
and then forwarding mode,
फॉर.
right? So 15 and 15, 30 seconds gone. So if you go onto the port and give a command, enable privilege mode, configure terminal, and we come to the global mode and type the interface. Let's say F0/2. Let's say this, and then we come under the interface. Mega, welcome back. So if I yeah, if I say spanning tree port fast, right?
ओके.
PORTFAST is one word. And now if I connect the PC directly, green. This boots up LAN card active. This also becomes active, green. So it doesn't have to be amber for 30 seconds. Got it? I remember this. Yes or no? So what happens here? If this is a latest laptop, right? And it boots up in, let's say 7 seconds, if not 7 seconds, 15 seconds. And this guy takes around 30 seconds, right? Up to 30 seconds to become green. But this guy in 7 seconds or 15 seconds only, it will give you, hello, this is my MAC address, somebody send me an IP address. So it will give DHCP broadcast. So because it's not in green, it will never go to the DHCP server. And this DHCP server will not be able to assign him an IP address. So what do we do? we go under this port and give a command spanning tree PortFast, right? So the moment this LAN card gets, the moment it does post power on self-trace, its LAN card get activated, right? It comes in forwarding mode. This also comes immediately in the forwarding mode. That is PortFast. Yes, understood? Look at this. So I'm going to connect this guy. So look, Amber. See that? Third port. Do show spanning tree. Look, it's, man. Where did I connect? What's happening? I connect on the third port. Let me connect. Wait, I don't know what happened. Let's just check the command on third port. We already must have given that to give you a demo. No, we don't have anything. So it should have gone into listening. See what happened is because we have changed to Rapid-PVST. Got it? Let me again go back on the default spanning tree mode PVST. Right? Let us go on the default. RSTP is okay. Now again, let me disconnect this cable. Okay. And now again connect this cable. Sorry, I got to mute myself if I need to cough a bit. Look at this, Amber. It's in the PVST mode. Show spanning tree. See, listening mode. Correct? And then it will go to learning mode. See that? And then it will go from listening to learning 15 seconds. From learning, it will stay in for 15 seconds learning mode. And then it will go to forwarding mode, right? That is, but now if I go under one port, let's say under 10th port and give a command, interface F0 oblique, whichever port, 10th port, spanning tree, PO tab, PortFast. So if I now connect a PC on the 10th port, to connect on the 10th port, I will take a cable, but not auto, straight through cable. So I can select the 10th port. Got it? And look at this now. Immediately green. See that? Can you see that? It's immediately green, the 10th port. Yeah. So spanning tree. 10th port is immediately in the forwarding mode. Okay. But if I connect the same PC, I again disconnect this and connect it on some other port. So first, second, third, or there, let's take an auto cable. So it will automatically connect on the fourth port, right? Automatic. But look, fourth port again, listening mode, learning mode, because we are not given the spanning tree port fast. Okay, Aditya, all okay? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Spanning tree port fast. So where
Yes,
are
sir.
we? So we have done all these things. Now we
Port first.
understand PVST,
Yes.
MST, right? Rapid PVST, root port, root bridge, primary, secondary, and alternate ports, and forwarding and blocking, right? Port fast and root guard. Now let's do only this much, and we are done with switching today. Got it? End of switching. But I'll show you the PPTs then. Okay, 1 or 2 days.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
And as I told, like from tomorrow onwards, this whole week, I won't be able to take the class, right?
Sure,
I'm
sir.
sorry, but I have to be outstation in the court in Delhi for some registration in the court, right? So, sorry for that.
Revision time.
Yeah, you can please revise, but you can ping me in the day anytime, right, on WhatsApp and directly give me a call if you're stuck up anywhere, right? If I'm not in the court, right? Of course, court is not going to be the whole day, but not sure. But you can ping me if you are doing some lab, if you're not able to remember
Okay,
the
sir.
command, then you can tell me I'm doing this. I'll try and see if I can help you within a minute, right?
Okay, sir.
Remotely.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
everybody.
Thank you.
Now root guard, this is the only thing left, right? Loop guard, BPDU guard, and BPDU filter. Only things left. And after that, I will show you the slides. But I think slides will take me 2 or 3 days to, I mean, to continue to cover the whole. So it's half an hour. Okay, I think we won't be able to do much today, but let's have a look at root guard, BPDU guard, right? Root guard. What is this root guard? We have the root bridge, right? So we want to guard it. We have the root bridge, only one root bridge per network, right? All others, non-root bridges. So I think if we got multiple switches like this, only one will be a root bridge. So in reality, we'll go and reduce the priority. So I want to make this guy as a root bridge. Okay. So for all these guys, they are non-root bridges, right? I want this guy to be the root bridge only, right? Okay. Topology maybe whichever way you want. Now, supposing if somebody connects another switch in the network, right? And his priority, let's say, my priority was default 32,768. Let's say my MAC address was lowest, right? Now, this is not going to happen in the reality, but just an example. And if this guy joins with a lower priority, right? So what will happen? He will become the new root bridge. I don't want this to happen, right? I don't want this to be happening. So I want these guys, for these guys, only I should be the hero. Let's say switch one. I should be the boss, root bridge, right? So if such a thing happens, of course, in reality, I should go and reduce my priority to zero, right? This guy also joins with a priority to zero. But let's say his MAC address is lower and my MAC address is higher. So then again he wins, right? So I cannot now stop him. But what I want is for all these guys, I should be the boss, right? I don't want this guy to become the root bridge for all these guys. So I will go under every port, whichever port. I think from right on whichever port, right, another switch can be connected and who has got a lower MAC address, if not priority. I don't want such things to happen, right? So if this happens, if I receive a BPDU telling that this guy will tell you, hello, my priority or my MAC is lower than you, then my port should be disabled. Got it? So for these guys, I only should remain the root bridge. You get it? So then I'll stop talking with this guy. In reality, he has got a lower priority or lower MAC address than me, but I don't want to, right? So what do we do? On all such ports, you think, supposing if somebody connects a switch and that other switch's priority or MAC address is going to be lower than me, so the port should be shut down, right? So what is the command to do this? Now look. So first I'll remove these two pieces. We don't want pieces here. Of course, spanning tree protocol. Okay, so who's the root bridge? I don't know, man. I think this is the root bridge. Yeah, new one. Because I think we changed the priority to 0, right? Show spanning tree. So we change the priority to 0. And for VLAN 1, the priority has become 1, right? Okay, so let me take two more switches. I don't know now which one is going to be the root bridge. I simply don't know, right? Just taking two more switches and trying to connect it. So with one cable, we don't know what's what. So I'll take two cables. So what will happen? On one of the switches, who's going to be the root bridge, both the ports should be green, right? And one of the non-root bridge, one will be a root port and the other should be blocked alternate port or blocking mode, whatever, right? So after that only I'll come to know who is the root bridge. But spanning tree, BPDU guard enable, that's the command, right? We can go under the port and give a command, spanning tree, BPDU guard enable. Look, so now who's the root bridge? This one, okay? Because he has got lower priority on MAC address, okay? Right? So this guy is the root bridge. But this is my company's switch. And this guy is I want this guy to keep as the root bridge. and not that one. Okay. But we know actually he is the boss, right? So let's presume this is in the diagram which I drew, which right I drew. Let's presume that I am here and this is the one who's being connected to me, right? So let's presume we have many more switches, and for them he is the root bridge, right? And if this superior one comes, I should disable the port. So I think I'll connect the auto cable so it will go on the first port. So let me go on the first port and give a command. Enable configure terminal interface F0/1. Spanning tree, guard. Guard, guard. Only one command, root. Set guard root to root guard. Guard root, ROOT. Anything else? Nothing. Spanning tree, guard root, right? So now look, I want this one to be guarded, right? So if somebody connects a switch which has got a lower priority or MAC address, right? And the moment in 2 seconds he sends a BPDU, right, to this guy, this first port should be blocked. Okay, let's check. Look what happened. First port. Aditya. So what's happening? See, first port has gone up, right? And the moment it received a BPDU root guard block, right? So it has moved the port to root inconsistent state. Got it? That means indirectly it has blocked the port. Understood? The moment this guy sent a superior BPDU, this guy has blocked the port. Understood the concept? Root guard, spanning tree, guard root. What's the command? Go on the first port, whatever port, right? On whichever port you think this can happen, go there and start giving this command. Spanning tree, guard root.
Root.
Okay. So show spanning tree. Look, I am the root bridge. Okay. What about this? Show spanning tree. This guy also says I'm the boss. Okay. Because obviously his priority is lower. Or his MAC address, sorry, his MAC address is lower. Anyway, so the concept is now both of them are root bridge, but he is out of the ring. This guy is out of the ring, right? So now what happened? What happened? He is the official boss, right? For all these guys, this guy is the root bridge, right? But in reality, what happened? Somebody else who's smarter than me joined me, but I stopped talking to this guy. So let's say this is our circus. In the ring, so I am the boss, but he is out of the ring. He's in jungle, right? And we are in that circus. So he's also the boss, but we are not talking with this guy. You got the point? So we have stopped communicating with this guy. So this guy remains the root bridge. He says, I am the real tiger in the jungle. He says, we are the circus. We are in the circus. I am the boss, right? So, but I'm not going to talk to you. Understood this concept? Root guard, right? Therefore, can I strike this off? Root guard? Yes or no? उड़ा दूं? Cross? Strike through? Spanning tree guard root under the interface. Understood or not understood? Aditya, Megha. समझा कि नहीं समझा?
यस सर, समझा।
इतना टाइम क्यों लगाया जवाब देने में?
अरे सर वो आई वाज चेकिंग द अपडेट इफ देयर वाज
ओके,
ऑफिस अपडेट, सॉरी।
नो प्रॉब्लम. मेघा, आर यू देयर? I may have said wrongly, Dipti, I don't know. Megha,
Yes, sir. I'm here. Yes,
understood?
yes.
So I
Yes,
have
sir.
struck a fruit guard, right? Spanning tree guard root. Now, BPDU guard. Let's take up this one. BPDU guard. Who sends BPDUs? Switches, not end users, right? Laptops don't send, or desktops. BPDU guard. What is this concept? BPDU guard. So this is our switch, and I want this PC should connect here. Okay. What I had given an example. What if the smart guy who's doing some cyber security course, he
Bridge protocol data unit.
hmm, he he removes this cable, removes this cable, and instead connects a small switch here. Got it? And he says switch port mode trunk here, and then he connects his laptop here, and he has got Wireshark here, right? A software. So what's going to happen?
Sir, what is Wireshark?
It's a software, right, which will capture packets, right? Wireshark is a software you can download from Google free of cost, and start it will start inspecting the packets, right? So what will happen? All VLANs traffic will go to this guy, right? Red, blue, yellow, green. You're getting it? That means VLAN 5, 10, 15, 20, because he has set trunk. Is this not an attack? And if the traffic is going in clear text, then what will happen? He can read everything. Okay. So if he connects a switch here and says trunking here, this idiot will become trunk because he was on default. You trunk, me also trunk, right? This should not happen. You can call this as an attack. So what you should do is, because when a PC is connected, it doesn't send BPDU. But this guy smartly took a 8-port switch and connected here. So BPDUs will be sent to each other, right? So now we want that such a situation should not arise. If it arises, our switch should disable the port, right? Got it? So the attack will be stopped. For that, we have to go under every port, wherever you think, right? Instead of the PCS switch will be connected and we'll start getting BPDUs. Right? So immediately the switch should be able to block the port. You get the logic? So let's do it. How do you do it? What is the command? We are talking about BPDU guard, right? So on any port, if I expect a BPDU to be received, right, that means on a port where actually end user should be connected, somebody is connecting a switch, right? Maybe unauthorized layer, whatever. So that port should immediately drop down. Look, so if okay, I will go on this switch. To save time, I will say config T, interface range, pass 0/1-24, and spanning tree port fast, right? So now every port will not take 30 seconds, right? That at 15 and 15, 30 seconds. So now if I connect a PC here, look, it will immediately be green. Very good. Okay, all fine, green. But instead of this, if somebody removes this and tries to act extra smart, over smart in the company, and tries to connect another switch, right? And then what will happen? Man, there's a cable here. So I'm trying to connect a cable on the second port, right? So both of them will be green, no problem. Huh? BPD will be sent and received. Hello, 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 hello. Nothing is happening to second port. Check. Do show spanning tree. Second port is in it's a root port is the forwarding mode, right? Nothing to worry. But I don't want this to happen. See, both of them are green now. Once again, check. Second port. Do show spanning tree. Second port, as usual, is in the forwarding mode as a root port. Very bad. Because actually a switch should not be connected, should not have been connected. And only a PC was supposed to be connected here. So I go under second port and give a command. Now look. Interface F0/2, spanning tree, BPDU Guard, enable. Got it? Spanning tree under the interface. Command is, we have gone under the interface and set spanning tree, BPDU Guard, right? Don't accept BPDUs on this interface. So B tab, BPDU Guard, enable or disable, right? Only two commands. So I'll say enable. Done. And now, which port? Second port. And now, obviously, I'm going to connect a switch which will automatically go on the second port. Look at this. Second port. The moment it receives a BPDU, look at them, gone red. See that? So we don't want that guy to act smart, right? He was ordered only to connect the end user, and that outsmarted. That guy tried to act over smart. He tried to connect a switch there. It sent a BPDU immediately, right? With BPDU guard enabled, the switch has disabled the port. Got it? It will take the port in error disable state. That means it has blocked it. आ रहा है समझ में? Error disable. These are syslog messages, percentage, 4 number, 5 number. Got it? 2 number. Spanning tree, block BPDU. Received BPDU on second port with BPDU guard enabled, disabling the port. ठीक है, Aditya and Mega. Yes? Done? Can I remove
Yes,
BPDU
sir.
guard?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you. Now what is left? Loop guard and
Loop guard and
BPDU
filter.
filter. So actually Cisco says discourages this, right? We don't want to use this. If you're using right PVST, Rapid-PVST, we don't want to use this, right? Loop guard and BPDU filter. Loop guard and BPDU filter. Now let me tell you what they are. They were never in the course for decades. What are they? Loop guard and
BPDU filter.
BPDU, Bridge Protocol Data Unit
Data
filter.
unit filter.
Never use them anywhere in the network, right? Cisco says avoid them. Okay, loop guard. I'll tell you what is loop guard. Okay, let me tell you first BPDU filter, right? So if you go under the port and give a command, spanning tree BPDU filter, right? It will stop sending and receiving BPDUs. Okay. So never use this. If you connect two switches and give this command BPDU filter on both the ports, right? Then loop will happen. Okay. It will neither send BPDUs nor receive it. So that will amount to loops. Very bad. Okay. So understood. So never use BPDU filter. If at all you want to use it, where do you use it? Only under a port where end user is connected, right? Under this port, what command should you give? As a good practice, switch port mode trunk. Sorry, switch port mode, not trunk, never trunk, but access. And let's say this guy is in VLAN 5. So switch port, HW tab, switch port, access, VLAN 5. Switch port mode access is important, right? And of course, if we don't give this, it will already remain in VLAN 1 only. And then whatever commands you think you can give, right? Like BPDU filter and root guard, all those things you can give. But if you give BPDU filter, right, in between the ports, between the switches, loop will happen. Okay. You can give it here, spanning tree, BPDU filter, right? So it will not send. And of course, if at all it receives, it will also not receive them. It will drop it, right? Of course, end user will never send a BPDU, but a switch port can send. So never use this. If at all you want to use it on the ports where end users are connected. What about loop guard? This is only in the case of fiber optic cables, right? What happens in loop guard? In the case of fiber optic cables, now this is a fiber cable, right? So look what happens. We have taken examples like this, right? And this was blocking mode. Let's say this was what? Fiber cables, all of them, right? All of them are fiber cables. Root bridge, designated port, root port, DP, alternate or blocking mode, right? Also known as non-designated port. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Correct? From the block ports also, BPDUs will be sent and received. Yes or no? Even though this is alternate port in the blocking mode. Right? What if one of the strands in the fiber optic cables fails, right? Or it's also known as unidirectional link. That means what? This guy strand fails, so he's not able to send BPDUs to this guy. Got it? So left switch on the bottom is not being able to send BPDUs to the right switch, but right switch is sending BPDUs to this guy. So it's known as a one-way directional, right? Unidirectional. So left switch is only receiving, but not being able to transmit BPDUs. Understood? So what will happen on this switch on the right here below? If it doesn't receive BPDUs, this port, which in the blocking mode, he will put it in which mode? Forwarding mode. Got it? If I don't receive BPDUs from above, I will move that port which is in the alternate port in the blocking mode to forwarding mode. And now what will happen? Now loop will happen. Got it? Because all the ports are in forwarding mode. This is known as unidirectional link failure. Got it? It's only with the fiber optic cables. Got it? Fiber optic cables when you're using that. One of the strand fails or they are misconfigured, then such things can happen. So to prevent, right? So what are we trying to do? We are trying to prevent loop again. How? So even if we do not receive BPDUs, right, on this port, which is the alternate port, right, which is blocking mode, it should not go in the forwarding mode. Got it? But if you don't give this command, it will then move. As soon as it stops getting BPDUs, it will move from the alternate blocking mode to forwarding mode, and then loop can happen. Got it? So this is only between the switches. What is that command? Loop guard. Understood? Loop guard. Understood? BPDU filter will neither send nor receive. Okay. So never give BPDU filter in between switches. Can I strike off end of switching? Yes or no? Yes. Can I strike off all these things? Nothing left. Aditya and Mega.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So we are done with switching. Nothing left. Okay. I don't see a lot of time. So now
Slides.
what I want to show you is, I would have shown you the PPT, but because we are not meeting for a long time, let me take you on the next topic. Of course, we are not jumping on the next topic, but only for you guys to do your lab, maybe for the next 4 or 5 days. If you feel bored, you can take up this lab, right? To do routing. And you can take a switch here and the PC here, switch here and the PC here. I normally take gigabit 0 port here and gigabit 1 port here, and gigabit 0 goes in the LAN, and you can do it whichever you want, right? Just for my understanding. And I will give this guy an IP address of 10.1.1.1/24 is 222.550, just an example. If you want, you can give 10.1.2 and this guy 10.1.1.3, right? And /24, and its default gateway will be 10.1.1.1. Is it okay? Likewise, you can give here 20.1.1.1 slash whatever you want, and here 20.1.1.2 or up to 254 any number, and here 30.1.1.1, 31.1.2, and this guy 31.1.3/24, and its default gateway will be this one, 30.1.1.1. Right? Now you will see here connected, connected. Of course, connected and local and connected and local. So I'm not writing local. So you'll say, I know of this subnet 10.1.1.0/24. It's directly connected on my gigabit 0 port. I'm not writing 000. And here for this one, it will say, I know of 21.1.0 subnet. It will do Boolean ANDing and say 21.1 belongs to this subnet 21.0. And so if I get a packet from anywhere for 21.1 something, I'll forward from my gigabit 1 port. This one. Understood? Likewise, this guy will say, I know of 21.1.0 subnet. And if I get a packet from anywhere for 21 or something, I'm going to forward from my gigabit 1 port. And likewise, if I get a packet from anywhere for 30.1.1.0, 31 something, I'm going to forward from my gigabit 0 port. And now, after this, these two PCs cannot ping each other. PC1 on the left and PC2 on the right. They cannot ping each other. Why? Because if this PC tries to ping this PC on the right, 30, so it will ping 31.1.3, right? So the source will be the packet that comes out from this PC. Source will be what? 10.1.1.3, this one, not this one. And the destination will be 30.1.1.3. So now this PC knows I am in 10 and the destination is 30. It's a different network. So I should send the packet where? To my default gateway, right? So you will send the packet to its default gateway, which is this. Before that, in its app table, it will send a check. Do I have the entry in my app table 10.1? If not, it will send the app broadcast. Hello, who's 10.1.1? Send me your MAC address. Let's say this is A1 MAC address. Let's say this is A2 MAC address. It will make an entry in its app table telling that 10.1.1.1 is equal to A2. Anyway, so the packet source MAC address will be A1 and the destination will be A2. Packet will come here. So it is going to look at the destination IP address. What is it? 31.3. It will check its routing table. No. So it will drop the packet. Got it? So what you are going to do is you go on the routers on the global mode and simply configure a routing, small routing protocol. Okay. Okay, you can configure static routing. Okay. Let me remove this. Yeah. You can go on R1 and you can configure a static route up to this remote network, which is 31.1.0, right? So you go there and say IP route, because 10 and 20 are directly connected to me, right? So I only need to know 30 up to this network or subnet. What subnet is that? Let's say 31.1.0. And what subnet mask they are using? Let's say 255.255.255.0. And if I get a packet from my LAN for 31 something, what do? Right? I should forward from my gigabit 1 port and to this guy, 2112, right? So who's my next hop? 20.1.1.2. Got it? And not 2115, 2116. Got it? It is 2112. Assuming there's a switch and multiple routers connected. Okay. So now you go and check this guy's routing table. Do show IP route. You will get an entry here static 30.1.1.0, something like this. Rest you can check in the, and outgoing port should be gigabit 1, right? Likewise, you can go on R2 and you can connect a static route up till this 10.1.1.0/24, this whole subnet. So you can go on R2 and again say IP route up to, for R2, 20 and 30 are directly connected. Only 10 is remote. So let's say they are using their 10.1.1.0 subnet. And what subnet mask they are using? 255.255.255.0. And if I get a packet for 10.1.1 something, I should be forwarding out from my gigabit 1 port. And who's the next hop? This one, 21.1. So next hop will be 21.1.1. If I don't know next hop, then I'll say my outgoing port is gigabit 0.0.1. But the best is 21.1. Now you'll find the static route here also up to 10.1.1.0. And finally, it will say my outgoing port is gigabit 1. Right? Can you do this lab? This is your static routing lab. So we created static routes. Right? Look. So let me go there. Let me see if I have already a topology. So we'll save. No. Static routing. No, we don't have. Anyway, we'll take. Okay, we'll take this. Okay. And let's say I will remove this cable here. So we have only one path. Correct? I'll remove this. Gone. So now this guy has got 10 and 20 directly connected, but not 30 and 40. This guy has got 20 and 30 directly connected, but he doesn't know about 10 and 20. And this guy knows only about 30 and 40. So 10, 20, 30, and 40. Right? So you can configure a static route for 30 and 40. Huh? Or, and this guy can connect, configure static route up till 10 and 20. Got it? Or we can configure a default route from here up to, so I get a packet for anybody, 30 dot, 40 dot. So I'll just forward it to this guy. That is even simpler. So, okay, don't worry. We'll be doing this again later on. Today I'm showing you in a big hurry. Show IP route. So we are only connected and local, right? 10 and 20. Okay. 10 is connected on my gigabit 0 port and 20 is directly connected on my gigabit 1 port. Okay. But I have no idea about 30 and 40. So if this guy pings anybody in 31 and 1, 31 and 2, or 41 and 1, 41 and 2, 41 and 3, they cannot ping, right? So now what I can do is I can configure one static route till 30 and one more till 40. Instead of that, I can just configure default route up to this guy. So if I get a packet from here for anybody, and anybody means 30 dot or 40 dot or 50 dot or 100 dot or 200 dot. Now we don't even have 50 dot or 100 dot. It will just forward it to this guy. If he has got entry for that decision, he will forward, otherwise he will drop it. So what I can do is, instead of configuring two static routes, I can just configure one default route. How do you do that? We go to the global mode. Sorry. Yeah, configure terminal. Configure terminal. And I'll say IP route 0.0.0.0 space 0.0.0.0. That means packet coming from anywhere going to anywhere. right? Going to anywhere. Who's my next hop forwarding router's IP address? I'll just forward it to this guy. This is 10.1.1, 21.1, 21.1, 21.2, 31.1, 31.2, 41.1, 41.2, 41.3, right? I'll just forward it to 21.1.2. Is it right? Check, this is 21.2. Yes. So I'll just forward it to 21.1.2. Or if I don't know 21.2, my outgoing port will be gigabit 001. Either of the two. So since I know it is 21.1, 21.1.2, right? So I'll type there. I'll pass it on to 21.1.2. Got it? Now look, do show IP route. I have now show IP route, a big table here, which I'll explain you in detail later on. Gateway of the last resort is, so if I want to send a packet to anybody, I'll just send it to this guy, above guy, 21.2, right? Look at this, A star. C for connected, C for directly connected, subnet, and L for exactly that gigabit zero interface's IP address, which we have given. And what is subnet mask we have given? 222.550. So local means local host IP address, exact IP address given to the interface, but the subnet mask given is this one above, right? Likewise for 20. So this 21.1 belongs to this subnet 21.0, right? Right click on which port? Gigabit 1. And now A star. A stands for static, and star, I call this asterisk as star. It's a default route, static default, which means if I get a packet for anybody, like say 200 dot blah, 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 and in my routing table, I have no entry for 200, I'll not drop the packet. I'll just send it to this guy. Got it? Any networks, any source, any destination, send it to this guy. Any source, any destination. Or any source IP address or any destination IP address. Got it? Any source IP address or any destination IP address. If I don't have that entry of the destination, let's say 200 dot blah, 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 I'll just send it to this guy. Or any destination IP address and any subnet mask. Same things. Okay. This is how we configure a static default route. Right? Do show run. This is how we configure a default route. Book will call it static default route. I call it default route. And now I could have gone on this router and again configured a default route, static default. That means if I get a packet coming from anywhere, from here, let's say right, for either 20 dot or 30 dot or 10 dot, but I don't have entry for 20 and 10. I only know of connected 30 and 40, right? Check its routing table. I'll still forward it to this guy, 31 and 1, default route. Got it? Check. Enable show IP route. I know only of 30 and 40. I don't know anything about 10 and 20. Right? So, but now I'm giving you example. Instead of configuring a default route, I'll configure a static route. So I'm giving you both examples, right? Static route up to 10.1.1.0 subnet. And what subnet mask they are using? 0, incomplete. And now, who is my next hop router? So if I get a packet from here for 10 dot something, I should forward it to 31.1.1, this guy, right? 31.1, because I am here 31.2, right? I'll forward it to 31.1. Got it? So 30.1.1.1. Now we have configured one static route. Do show IP route. See, we have now one static route up to 10.1, right? And if I get a packet, I'll just send it to 31.1. Now we have to configure one more static route up to 20.1.1.0, right? Again, the same 20. So I have configured now two static routes. See that? Do show run. One till 10.1.0 subnet and second till 20.1.0. Actually, it's not correct. I could have configured only one default route, right? But just to give you a demo. Now, check its routing table. do show IP route. Sorry, I think we'll exceed a bit of time. Now I have two static routes, one till 10 and another till 20, right? So what we do is, this is the headquarters, maybe these are the branches. So I should configure a static default route. Default route is only configured on a router, which is a stub router, or which is a branch router. This is a branch router. This is also another branch. This is headquarters, right? So I can configure a default route only on this router or this router. But I cannot configure static routes on this router. Sorry, I cannot configure a default route on this router, because if he gets a packet from here, there are two routers in front of it. This guy has got only one and one. So if I get it, I don't know, I'll just give it to this guy. This guy says I have only one in front of me. If I get, and I don't know where to send, I'll just send to this guy, right? But this guy says if I get a packet from here, I got two routers. Where do I send, here or there? So actually, here you should configure one static route for 10 and one for 40. And here I'll remove this command and I'll just configure a default route. Is that okay? So why give two commands? Why give two silly commands? I'll give only one. Is that okay? So I'll remove this, copy, and go on the global node and say no and paste. So I hope I'm not confusing you. So I removed which one? Again, I'll say no, and I removed 10. Now I'll remove 20. Control A, no, gone. Do show run. Are both gone? Yes. So I'll configure IP route 0.0.0.0, 0.0.0.0. And who's my next hop? 31.1, 1. Only one. 31.1. 31.1.1. Done. Do show IP route. Now I have a default route again. A star. Static default. And now here I'll go and configure two static routes. One for 10, one for 40. That's the headquarters, right? So what I'll do is enable show IP route. We have only 20 and 30, nothing else. So I'll say configure terminal IP route. Now I'll configure one till 10.1.1.0, that's subnet. And they are using this subnet mask. And for me, who is the next hop? So if I get a packet from here for 10.11 something, I should give it to 21.12, right? 21.1, sorry. This is my next hop. Yes. So I'll go here and say next hop is 21.1. 20.1.1.1. Done. Similarly, I'll configure a static route for 40. So if I get a packet from here for 41 and something, I should forward it to 31.1.2. This guy, I'm 31.1. 20, 30. 31.1.2. This is my next hop. Okay, remember. 31.1.2. Okay, yes. So I'll say up to 40 network, right? IP route up to 40 network. Destination is 40. And my next hop should be 31.1.2, right? This should be 31.1.2. This should be 2 and this should be 30, not 20. Understood, guys? IP route. Something wrong here. It's not taking this. Why? 31.1.2. Why it's not taking? 41.0, 222.550. Any mistake? Yeah. Next stop should be 31.2. 41.0. What's wrong? ठीक तो है. This look at this IP3. Okay. Control A, Control D. Sorry, IP route. Okay. Now do show run. So we have headquarters, we have two static routes, right? Check the routing table, do show IP root, IP root, RO. We have two static roots, one up to 10 and S. Where's another one? 10 we have. Where's the 41? We have, this is wrong. I should take this till 40, right? We are on R2. Not 20, but 40. So where's my IP root? Oh, this is 40. Correct? So directly connected, we should never. Now we have do show IP root. Yes, few seconds, guys. ROUT. Now we have two static roots, one up to 10 and one up to 40. Now end-to-end communication will happen. So if let's go on this PC, this is 10.1.3 and let's ping 40.1.3. Done. And now we can say bye-bye. If it pings, ping 40.1.1.3. Does it ping? This one, pinging that PC end-to-end. See, request timed out, man. Okay. Ho ja bhai. No? Then something wrong? What's wrong? It's not pinging. Some mistake? No, it didn't ping. Why?
Sir, because while taking 40.1.0, you took 20.1.0, I guess, not 30.
Did I not change it? I made it 40.
40,
See?
but via, it should be 30, right?
No, it should not be 30. We are giving it on the headquarters, right? This one, correct? 30 is directly connected. It knows 30. 20 is directly connected. So we only configured it 10 and 40. Remote ones. Which is right. Yes or no?
Okay, got it, sir.
So the next hop should be 3112 and 2111. Check. 3112 and 2111. Correct? Let's check this. Next hop should be, oh man, I should remove this anyway. 31 for 10 the next hop is 20. See, 40 the next hop should be what? 30 something.
Yes, sir, that's what I said.
Sorry, extremely sorry. I couldn't understand. My mistake. So first let me remove this guy. Which one? 21. Because copy. It's anyway directly connected, right? No point giving this. And paste. You spotted the mistake, that means, right? Thank you. This should be not 20, but it should be 30 something, correct? So I'll remove this also, copy, no, and paste it here. Gone. And now I should say what? IP root up to 40, but next hop should be 3112. Okay. So up to 40 only, control A, control DD, but next hop should be 3112. Okay. Next hop should be 3112 and not 2111, 3112. Where are you? Control E, 3112, 30. Is it okay now? Yes? Now it should work. ठीक है? For 40, it should be 3112. If I get a packet from here for 41 and something, it should go to 3112. Now let's ping from here 4113. Where are you? Does it ping? So this is your static and default route both. From the headquarters, we configure two static route, but from the branch, we configure only one static route. Now, why is it not pinging? Thank God, pinging. Okay, successful. ठीक है? So PC1 end-to-end communication is happening. It's pinging 4113. If you give a command 40 113, it will tell you how it goes. First, it will go to default gateway. See that? 10 and 1. Then it goes to 21 and 2. Then 31 and 2. And then 41 and 3. Okay. So look, when the PC pings this PC, first it goes to 10 and 1. It's default gateway. Then it goes to 21 and 2. Then it goes to 31 and 2. And then it goes to 41 and 3. Okay. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for your patience. So now, understood? You got to configure two static routes, one for 10 and one for 40 on the headquarters router, but on the branch, only one route. IP route 00000, next stop is 21 and 2. Here, only one static default route or default route. IP route 0000 space 00, next stop is 1301. But here, two static routes. IP route 10110, 22250, and next stop is 2101. One more. IP route 4110 subnet, and 22250, and next stop is 3112. Is this clear? So now you can practice, Aditya and Megha, static routing and default routing, both labs. Okay.
Okay,
आगे
sir.
समझ में? Yeah, ठीक है. चलो, great. So now I'll see you after a long time. And
Yeah,
then
sir.
we won't
We'll,
even remember what we are doing. Unless
yeah,
and
sir.
until you remind me.
We'll revise and
Yeah.
hopefully if I get any doubts, then we'll ask you, sir.
And if you want to configure RIP on all the three, which is not in your course, don't configure static and default route. On all the three routers, just go and type router RIP, network 10.000, network 20.000. That's it here. Right? Only directly connected. Go here and type router RIP, network 20.000, network 30.000. That's it. Go here and type router RIP, enter network 30.000 and network 40.0. That's it. This router will send 10 networks information to this guy. This router will send 10 and 20 networks information to this guy. This router will send 40 networks information to this guy. This guy will send 30 and 40 networks information to this guy. Then everybody will have all four entries, 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40. Then end to end, they will ping. Okay. You can try this also. But either static and default or remove them and put only RIP on all of them. So now we have labs to practice at least. And if you are not able to do it, don't worry. I'll catch you all in the next week. Okay.